the control room is our very own resident loudmouth, Tony Dunst, ready to sound off in tonight's edition of The Raw Deal.
Way before people explained bluffing by using terms like balancing your range, they said that making an effective bluff was like telling a believable story. So was Randy Pfeiffer telling Aaron Mermelstein a believable story when he was bluffing with ace high? Let's break it down. Our hand begins with an unusual limp from Aaron. A play I like here with these stack sizes and the always relevant payout chips. Randy raises ace-queen suited out of the small blind, and after Sean Kunix folds in the big, Aaron makes the call. Now, although the bluffing occurs on later streets, it's on the flop that Randy really makes his decision. If he wants to run a bluff in this hand and potentially put Aaron's stack at risk, he needs to bet the flop with the intention of following through on future streets. Although this flop should connect with Aaron's limping hands, it's reasonable for Randy to fire here with his overcards, gut shot, and backdoor flush draw. I also think it's reasonable for him to check, but once he does that, he should realize if he bluffs on future streets, he won't be telling a believable story, because most of his strong hands will bet this flop for value. Both players check the flop, and an irrelevant deuce lands on the turn. Randy should be aware that the most likely hands Aaron will check behind with have showdown value, so bluffing a card that changes nothing is unlikely to get through. But he fires out for half pot, and Aaron makes the call. The river is an equally irrelevant 4, and now Randy makes a fairly small bluff. As it turns out, the problem with this river bet was the flop check.
Is that real? We have like jacks? Like, how can you be betting this?
Because Aaron realizes that the only strong hands likely to check that flop are sets. Nothing else really makes sense, and as my friends like to say, sets are hard to have. Aaron clearly isn't happy about the situation, but he eventually makes the call with one of the weakest hands he can have here.
Holy Aaron, that's...
The table marvels at his courage.
My turn.
I don't mind Randy's creative storytelling, but if he wants anybody to believe him, he has to consider the ending before he writes the beginning.
Well, excellent analysis there by Mr. Raw Deal himself, Tony Dunst. I totally agree. Randy made a mistake by betting that river.
Well, unless Aaron didn't hit anything. Then it would have been just fine. All right, action on Randy, the former bartender. He's going to fold that. And the jeweler, Eugene Todd from Brooklyn.
Let's not forget Eugene's a poker pro for a long time. Has 12 cashes on the World Poker Tour, 3 final tables, looking for his first title. Got a good shot to get it tonight.
3 cards.
He's called with a junk hand. Aaron also with a mess. Says, let's see the flop.
3 good ones.
So both players with junk. Comes ace 7-4.
Eugene catches a little piece of that. He's going to check. He's got 4s.
Aaron checks right behind him. Now a deuce comes off.
So Eugene with the 4s coming out to bet. 350.
Yeah, thinks the 4s are the best hand now when his opponent didn't bet the flop. Oh, but he might not think it now, Vince, because he's getting raised here. 875,000 with nothing over here by Aaron except a gut shot straight draw. What a call by Eugene. He's just got 2 4s.
River card is an 8, so 2 pair now for the jeweler.
He checks, but whatever Aaron bets here, he's going to lose.
Let's see if he takes a plunge. No, he slows down. 2 pair.
You love that 8-4, though.
Very smart check on the river by Aaron. He couldn't win by checking. He just waved the flag and gave it up.
Where's all the money? Where's all the chips? Nice hit.
And these guys are very close to having the same amount of chips at this point. Eugene and Aaron.
Well, Vince, we've seen a lot of action and a lot of moves by a lot of players at this table. That makes for good poker.
This time it's on Aaron. He's just going to call with Jack 9. Randy with King Jack. He is going to raise it to 850 to go. Eugene out.
He figures his hand's the best hand if they're limping in, and he's right about that. But Aaron makes the call, wants to see a flop.
And the flop is a king 10-4, so kings for Randy.
And a straight flush draw for Aaron. Buckle up, folks. You're going to see some chips go in the pot here. At least I think so.
And Randy is going to bet.
Yeah, 1.1 million.
All in. Call.
All in and a snap call by Randy. Didn't bat an eye. And right now, two kings are leading.
I like your hand, buddy.
But there's a lot of outs, as we say, for Aaron to win this pot.
The former bartender gets up. He's in front at this point.
Queen. I need a queen. I need a queen or a club.
But he's got to be doing some dodgeball. Young Aaron with a huge drawing hand. Here we go.
Well, the queen hurts on the turn. It gives Aaron the straight.
Hold on. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. No. Listen, look at ace boy and 9 bars in.
Aaron Mermelstein in great shape now. Cannot lose. At worst, could tie the pot. If an ace comes up, that's not the ace of clubs, or a 9 comes up.
Randy in a heap of trouble.
What a turn card for Randy there. Very ugly.
Awful. Here we go to the river.
Today's a split pot.
Whoa!
Randy is still alive in this tournament. Can you believe it? Wow.
Randy with a long shot draw. Hits it on the last card. He's still involved. 3 players remain. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour. Stay with us. Pure monster sound. You have to hear it to believe it.
Get yours today at monsterproducts.com/WPT. Enter code WPT25 to get your special discount. Well, Vince, as we know, Borgata has everything. Poker players love it here. The rooms are fantastic, and certainly the poker room with the cash games as well as the tournaments are second to none anywhere in the world.
All here, plus world-class dining and shopping as well. And don't forget about one of the greatest spas I've ever been to in my life. Great workout facilities, a pool. Come to Borgata. It's all under one roof. You never have to leave. You'll enjoy it.
Well, there you see the chip count. Aaron Mermelstein with a slight chip lead, but Eugene Todd right on his heels, as you can say. Both with over 12 million. Randy Pfeiffer with just under 5 million.
This has to be like the sickest final table ever, really.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
It is. It's right up there. Pretty crazy poker we're
You
watching.
know what? I just want to work harder for it.
I'm gonna fold this time.
Randy going out. Now Eugene Todd,
That was sick.
the Brooklynite. Very tough player. 4 deuce of clubs. Just calling. And let's see if the young guy from Philly will get aggressive. He's got a queen 6. And he says, I want to see a flop. And the flop is a queen jack 4. Queens for Aaron. 4s for Eugene. Eugene checks. Aaron's going to bet 325,000 with top pair.
He's going to get called by bottom pair.
And the turn card is a deuce. That gives 2 pair to Eugene.
Just a dream card for Eugene Todd right there.
He's going to check it again.
Well, Aaron thinks top pair is good here, and why wouldn't you think that? You haven't been raised before the flop or on the flop.
He's betting 575.
1.5.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the raise up to 1.5 million. He said it with confidence, but even if you're in Aaron's seat, hard to throw top pair away here. Your opponent might have some kind of draw on hand. Might be making a move. You've got top pair. Aaron gonna make the call.
River card.
Now the king of diamonds comes off. Now that'll scare both players. Possible straight and possible flush out there. And it quickly goes check, check on the river. Eugene gonna win it with 2 pair, 4s and deuces. And Aaron sees how he was outdrawn on the turn. Not a happy camper. So Eugene Todd Bro taking down that pot.
Eugene Todd Bro has something to prove tonight.
Yeah, I have something to prove. I want to, I want to win this thing. I've been running around like a clown, and I never really won one.
Eugene Todd dejected.
A devastating blow for Eugene Todd.
There's no better feeling of being there, holding the trophy and all the money. You want to be a winner. Second place, and you're just the first loser. So definitely no better feeling than winning. So that's the goal, and that's the only goal.
Well, they certainly got a great shot to do it. Eugene well out in front now. 15 million. Aaron Mermelstein with about 11 million in chips. Randy Pfeiffer, 3.6 million. So Eugene Todd in great shape to take down his first WPT title.
I was a believer there.
Here we go, Aaron. Still optimistic with a pair of deuces going to raise. 750 to go. Randy behind him with ace-10.
All in.
He's going to push it all in.
I can't blame him, Vince. He's got about 12 big blinds. Picks up ace-10 and ships it.
Eugene out.
Gosh, I hate this spot.
Well, I would hate it too, especially when you're looking at about a $2.9 million raise and you just have ducks. You have to hope you're in a race, then you have to hope to win it.
It's really just 10 bigs.
But he's doing both. He makes the call when step one is accomplished. He is in the race he was hoping for.
What you got? Who's he got?
Yep, young man from Philly going to the rails. Hoping to get lucky to knock out Randy.
All right, 7.7 million in this pot.
Oh boy,
Ace right in the door. Randy in great shape to double up. Aaron is going to need to be deuces wild to win this pot now.
Unbelievable. Randy with a great flop. 9 on the turn.
We are down to the river. Aaron needs a deuce to win this pot. Nothing else will do. A 2-outer. He needs a quacking duck.
He's the miracle. Let's take a look. Nope.
An 8 comes up, so Randy stays alive yet again.
Oh, yeah. Nice, man.
We're coming back. Stay with us here on the World Poker Tour.
Sometimes you get the cards and sometimes you don't. Our Club WPT qualifier, Edward All, knows how tough that can be. He didn't make it to the final table, but he's a solid player, and I wanted to do my part to make sure he didn't give up on his poker dream.
When I met Mike Sexton, I shook his hand and he greeted me. He was one of the reasons why I got here, because his commentary throughout all the years was very helpful.
Good luck to you, my man.
Thank you
Appreciate
so much.
you being
Thank
here.
you very much. After I lost the tournament, I came back to my room and I ordered some room service, and the food came up. There was a note on the table.
Edward, you'll get him next time. Keep playing on Club WPT. All the best, Mike Sexton.
That's something I always remember, meeting him and then getting a note from him. It's actually more than I expected. I thought I was just gonna come here, have a room, and just play poker.
Edward, next time for you, my man.
It wasn't necessary, but he took the time to write me a note, and it was really cool of him.
Live your poker dreams at clubwpt.com.
Join Club WPT and you can compete for $100,000 in cash and prizes each month, including seats to the upcoming WPT events. Mike, you never send me any cards.
I'll do that.
That was very nice of you. But right now we have 3 players battling for this championship. Eugene Todd with 13.5 million. Let's go to the felt. Action on Randy. He's got King 7, and he quickly folds.
All right, Eugene looks down at a 9-7 in the small blind. Got that Humphrey Bogart look. Cigarette dangling out of his mouth.
Yeah, you don't see that anymore.
Well, because you're not allowed to smoke in places.
That's probably right.
Cigarette makes you at least 50 times scarier.
All right, he limps in here.
All right, C3.
Aaron's going to call this with 10-8, so we got 9-7 versus 10-8.
Now flop comes Jack 9-5. Eugene has got middle pair. Action's on him. He checks. Aaron, as you can see, has the open end straight draw. And he is going to bet, looks like 350,000. With 2 9s. Eugene going nowhere.
Yep, he is making the call. We are going to the turn, and it is a nothing card, 3 of diamonds. And Eugene's going to check his 9s again.
Wow, and a second bet with just the straight draw by Aaron here. This time 625,000. And again, a call by Eugene
Yep.
with 2 nines.
To the displeasure of Aaron. Until now, because of 7 hits, that gives it straight to Aaron the nuts.
Yeah, but it gives Eugene 2 pair.
Yeah.
Action's on him. And he is reaching for betting chips, Vince.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
1.2 million is the bet.
He is going to choke on that cigarette. If he knew what he's up against right now.
4 million.
Well, this will give him a pretty good idea what he's up against here. A 4 million bet.
How much more? 2.8?
Well, Eugene turns his hat back around. He's made 2 pair, but
Oh, the jeweler is distraught.
Probably gonna have to hire 2 pair.
Maybe Eugene could figure this out and lay this down. It would be a tremendous laydown if he could.
tough to do.
Oh, he's going to do it.
Made the call. Aaron shows him the nuts.
Oh. And there's Aaron's family giving him a standing ovation.
Yeah, the Brooklyn crowd quiets down considerably.
No, there's no dancing in the streets now.
Nice hand.
Aaron looking like a star here in front of his local crowd. Well done.
Poker to me is the ultimate competition. It's something that I've worked at since I was 16.